Well, we've got Stephen Fry walking in now. See how we do that?
Very elegant.
It wasn't really, but it was my fault that it wasn't elegant, so it doesn't matter. How are you?
I'm extremely well, Lorraine. Lovely to see you.
Now, can we talk about Odyssey?
Yes, indeed.
Can we talk about Odyssey? Because you have made something that's quite complicated and that people might be a bit scared of, you know, Greek mythology and all of that. You've made it into a really... it's a fascinating story anyway, but you've made it accessible.
Well, thank you. Very much the idea, because I love these stories. They are, I think, amongst the best stories anybody could ever hear and ever told. And unfortunately, because the names are Greek, people think it sounds almost technical or academic, and they aren't. They're full of life and sunshine and incredible adventure. But you see names on the page like, I don't know, Clytemnestra, and you think it sounds a bit like a slightly intimate infection. No,
do you like what we're doing here? Look at this.
Look at that.
Isn't that good?
Sea,
yeah.
Yes, he's a voyage.
It's like the front of the book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can a hero find his way home? Well, that's a story that rings true for everybody, doesn't it?
Which is why the word Odyssey is still used today, of a journey. Sometimes it's misused in the sense people just mean it's a journey, but it's always a journey home. And it's rather pleasing for me because it's the fourth of these books I've written on Greek myths, and the last because it's as if humanity comes home. We stop paying so much attention to the gods, we start paying more attention to ourselves. He's just yearning for the hearth and the hearth smoke and his wife and his son after 20 years away. And it's that marvellous feeling when he finally gets home.
That makes perfect sense, and it's still relevant today, as we said, because there was that big show Chaos, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, with Jeff Goldblum.
With Jeff, yes.
Who you know, because you know everybody. You know everybody, but you've kind of worked together a little bit.
Well, sort of. Yes, I first met him when he was doing a film with Emma Thompson, my very dear friend from university, and
was that The Tall Guy?
It was called The Tall Guy.
I remember that was really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I remember him playing the piano and singing, and he still does this wonderful
he's very talented
jazz playing, and he is an extraordinary man. He's I don't know, a bit like, there are a few like it, I suppose you could say Nicolas Cage, Woody Harrelson, Christopher Walken, slightly cult figures. Yes. Because they've got a real personality. They're not just a blank canvas.
They do their own thing. They just do their own... Yeah, you're right. They're very interesting. I need to ask you about AI, because your voice is so recognisable, so distinctive. I mean, you did the Harry Potter books, of course, sent many a kid off to dreamland.
A man stopped me in the street not long ago and said, "My children go to bed with you." He said, "I think you better phrase that in another way, but I know what you mean."
Yes, because they listen to you, which is beautiful. But with AI now, it's fascinating. I want everybody, have a wee listen to this and see whether you think this is Stephen or whether you think it's, it's a AI bot.
In 1937, Lau Mazirel, a Dutch human rights lawyer, goes to the Paris World Exposition. It is there she hears a lecture by two German scientists on how they intend to purify the German race.
So,
is
that you?
I was sent this about 2.5 years ago. This is before ChatGPT and the sort of current huge wave of AI that's becoming available to everyone. And I was shocked. I mean, it was actually based, you mentioned the Harry Potter, they used the 7 Harry Potter books that I read as audiobooks as the data set, as they would say, to build this AI voice. Of course. And it fooled a lot of my friends. I mean, I knew it wasn't me because I knew I'd not said any of that. But they'd deliberately chosen a documentary kind of narration with German and Dutch words in it to show that it wasn't just a mashup of words in the Harry Potter, but that it could make up anything, including foreign words. And it gave me a bit of a shock, and actually gave my agent an enormous shock. And it rather sort of built into this actor strike that went on in America because my agent and other agents, said, "Have you seen what's now possible?" And, of course, the voice is only the beginning, as we know. It's the whole body and the voice together, and they're the fakes that are coming our way. But... you know, part of me rather greedily thinks, of course, I could always license an AI version of my voice. So rather than spend 3 days in a glass box reading and having to, till my throat bleeds, I could have the AI do it for me. But then I think, no, hang on, that's letting a big...
But it's still, when you listen to it, yes, you go, oh, there's Stephen Fry, and then you listen to it, it's not quite.
No, it's not quite.
It's
but
not
that
got
is
the depth
2.5 years ago. You have to remember that, technology is a river. It's a verb, not a noun. Whatever people think of it now, forget it. It's like looking at a 1980s car phone with a saying, I don't think much of them. They're not very helpful. Yes, but you wait.
Just
wait. And that's the thing.
You're right.
There's this, and people who say I'm not very interested in AI. Well, that's fine, of course. We don't have to be, but it's an enormous wave coming our way.
It is. I mean,
and you can't look at a wave, as King Canute showed us, and just say, no, not interested. It's not coming. Go away. It's coming.
It will, and it'll impact on all of us.
It will change everything.
Absolutely. Now, look, this morning we have been talking about I'm a Celebrity. We have been talking about Strictly Come Dancing. We're not going to see you in either of those, I think.
Hell will have frozen over by then.
Exactly. What about the traitors, though? I guess
well,
you can't.
Of course, I'm in no position to say. I may be practising lying. I may be simply talking the truth. But I regard that not as reality, but a game.
Oh, yeah,
I do like games.
Yes.
So should I be asked?
Should you be asked?
Who knows? Maybe
can
if
tell?
There is a version with well-known faces. I can't bring myself to say the word celebrity without dry hacking. But that's pathetic of me, I know.
No.
But yes, it's an interesting idea.
It is an interesting idea.
In your home patch.
Indeed.
So which part of Scotland are you actually from?
I'm from Glasgow.
I thought you were, yes.
I'm from Glasgow.
So the other side.
Yeah, and then which is further south. But that would be fascinating if it should happen. Now, look, are you Austrian? Is this happened? What's this all about?
Well, my grandmother was, and therefore my mother half is.
Right.
And they have this fast-track system for descendants of Austrian Jewish people.
Right.
My mother's family was Jewish.
Sure.
And, who were expelled or persecuted or in other ways badly dealt with under the Nazi occupation, the Anschluss, as it's called. And I thought, they're offering me citizenship very quickly and easily. And it's a beautiful country. I love the history and the heritage of the music and the literature and various other things. A very special kind of place. Obviously, it's had its dark history.
Indeed.
But then so is Britain, so is because they're humans, and humans have a dark side, as we know from our Star Wars studies. And also, I'm not saying I did it in order to get out of the British passport queue in Europe, but it is handy to have an EU country passport as well.
Bet it is. I tried with the Irish one, but we're too far back. We're too far back to go.
So. You have to have great grandparent.
Yeah, I know, but both sides, but not so much. Look, Odyssey. Odyssey is out right now. It's absolutely beautiful. It's, as you would expect, beautifully written and so accessible and so utterly fascinating. Thank you so much for coming in.
I need to say so.
A touch of class. We've had quite a classy show today because, we've had royalty and everything.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Hi there. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. We upload new videos every single day. So click here if you're interested in this video or head to the homepage for more amazing content.